Hello, church. I wanted to share something with you really special. Now, if I was to turn like this, I feel like Kevin and some of y'all would get really excited because you might think, oh, she's gonna play a song and sing a never before experienced thing. No, I'm not gonna play and sing. That's not going to happen in today's devotional. Instead, I want to read you Psalms 113, and it says, "Praise the Lord. Praise, O servants of the Lord. Praise the name of the Lord. Blessed be the name of the Lord, from this time forth and forevermore. From the rising of the sun to its going down, the Lord's name is to be praised. The Lord is high above the nations, his glory above the heavens. Who is like the Lord our God, who dwells on high, who humbles himself to behold the things that are in heavens and in earth? He raises the poor out of the dust and lifts the needy out of the ash heap, that he may seat him with the princes of his people. He grants the barren woman a home, like a joyful mother of children. Praise the Lord." Why did I come here and sit in front of a piano to read a Psalms to you? Because I wanted to talk about the heart of worship. I wanted to talk about worship and what does that look like? What does it look like to worship the Lord if you're not musically talented? Or maybe even a better way to phrase it is, what does it look like to worship the Lord if you're not musically inclined? Now, that's not really an inclination of me. It does not bring me joy to play the piano. And honestly, maybe we shouldn't tell our music minister, but it wouldn't really bring me joy to sing up on the stage. It has nothing to do with my vocal qualities. It's just a fact. I'm not very musically inclined. Love to listen to it, just don't like to do it. I love to lip sync. I suppose some would say, well, that's not the same thing. But I want to talk about how worship is not just the songs that we sing. The songs that we sing play a big part in worship. They're a great way to turn our hearts towards the Lord. But worship begins in your heart. Worship begins as we acknowledge who God is. Because worship is praise of a God who is far more worthy of it than we can ever imagine or even speak. One of the things that I've done through my life recently is something that a professor of mine suggested. A professor of mine in seminary said he always begins his quiet time with a song. And I remember chuckling to myself because, to be honest, that professor did not have the best voice. And I thought, well, I would distract myself if I sang. But he went on to teach us about how he began with worship. And he said, it's not about how I sing or what I sing. It's about who I'm praising. And that really stuck with me. So one of the things that I've begun to do is to start my day with a song. Now, it's not a song I sing. It's often not even a song I play. So it's not music that I hear, but it's a song that I begin to focus my heart on and to worship the Lord. Now, sometimes that song is just running through my head. Sometimes I play that song on my stereo as I'm getting ready in the morning. Sometimes I listen to it in my car. Sometimes I listen to it at work. It's a song that I'm going to center my heart on and begin to focus. This is what the Lord is doing. This is who the Lord is. And I start my day with that worship. Worship is more than just coming to church on Sunday morning and singing out in the pews. Worship is something that starts in our heart. It's that acknowledgement of who God is. And I think that worship sets the stage for everything else that we do. Worship puts our focus where it's supposed to be. So, this is my challenge to you, church. Spend some time today in worship. Worship might look different for you than it does for me. Perhaps you're musically inclined and you can sit down like James Blackwell and play some beautiful music and worship. Perhaps you've got a great voice and you can sing like Missy Mann, and that's what worship looks like. Perhaps you're the epic person that likes to lip sync like me. And so what worship looks like for you is for you to lip sync to the song that's your favorite in the moment. Or maybe worship looks like for you to turn on some music and just listen. Maybe worship for you looks like a hike where you walk out in nature and you look at the glory of God and your heart is turned to praise. All of these things are worship, but worship is something that we should do daily. It should be part of our life and a part of our breath. Like that should come naturally to us as Christians. So let me challenge you today. Worship. Find a time to worship.